as a child I used to swim a lot and had a long break as a sort of teenager and then even in my 20s, and I've only really got back into swimming this year. Over the summer I was seeing a counsellor for PTSD, and she suggested doing things I used to enjoy as a child. So one thing that I thought of was, because I've always used to live by the sea as well, and always wanted to be in the water when I was little. I was like thinking, she was like, you know, as young as possible, all the things you used to enjoy when you were really young and used to enjoy life the most. So I was like, yeah, okay. Getting back in the water is a really good idea for that. First of all, like when I'm on the way here, I'm actually quite anxious about the experience, because especially like it's getting dramatically colder now. Because 2 months ago, I started near the end of September. I come 4 times a week, and it started off about 16 degrees, and now it's in the low 8s I think today. But then when I get in, it's like after about 20 strokes, I'm like, oh, this is brilliant, and I do feel like quite strong for doing it, but also just like there's a bit of a buzz when you're in the water, and then there's this part where you're out of the water and you're like warming up again, but you're still kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a high that it's quite a fun experience. For me as well, I've been like sober for over a year now, and it is the kind of experience that gives you like a little bit of a buzz that you might not get elsewhere.
About 4 or 5 years ago, a friend of mine kept doing it all the time, asking me to go, kept saying no, and then one day I just decided, right, I'll have a go.
I've been doing it about 3 years. It started off slowly.
Yeah.
So I was still swimming in a pool at that point, and then the pandemic came and obviously forced me to do it a bit more here.
The benefits of it are just, you've got to experience it for yourself to really, you know, explain it. Just don't, like, a lot of people have a lot to say about cold water. They don't actually, they've never done it, do you know what I mean? But they're the ones that have got a lot to say, but people that do it always tend to come back.
The thing I like about it is there's a different challenge. The variables change every time you come. You know, in a pool, it'll always be about 29 degrees. And
smell the chlorine.
Yeah, it'll stink chlorine. It's always 25 or 50 metres. Here, the course might be the same, but the wind speed changes, the temperatures change, the people are different.
You've got to be in that cold water for at least 10 minutes to get the benefits, because you start off freezing, but then your body warms into it, and then, you know, and you've just got to know your limit as well, you know what I mean, just by the way your body feels, and then, you know, get out on a high note. Don't overstay your welcome in the water. It just does something to you, like, you get in, no matter how you feel getting in, you get out feeling better. It's a fact.